You didn't want to cue the music, did you, Tom?
Cue the music. Yeah, right. Okay. We'll get started. We'll in a couple minutes. Yeah, I need appropriate rally music for the background, whatever that is.
Well, we could do a video also, and do some car flying through the air. Oh, there's the cat. Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
Tom, you should do a rally dance.
Cat
Uh,
videos.
We are recording.
You already okay. We are recording.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Started. We'll give it to at least 6:01 here before we get started. Comes our cat video.
And there's the rally cat.
At least the rally cat runs on perfect time.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was bad. Hmm? Okay, we'll get started in just a minute. Okay, we still have people coming in, so I'll give it a few more, another half minute here. Okay. Okay, welcome. 6:02. I think we'll get started. Um, Welcome to the Oklahoma City Parade TSD Rally Richta Competitor App School. I'm Tom Gould from San Diego region. I'm PCA's National Rally Chair and the Parade Co-Chair. In the background here, if you see me, is Bev, my wife, who is our admin for the TSD Rally team. Also on the call, you'll see Rick Larson, who is the other TSD Rally co-chair here. And the three of us are in charge of getting the TSD Rally all put together and in charge of these schools, et cetera, et cetera. Tonight's school will just be an interview, a overview of the Richta Competitor App, which is what you will use on the TSD Rally. We'll touch a little bit on the TSD Rally itself, not much. because we'll have two rally schools at the parade that we encourage you to attend at least one of them. They'll be on Monday afternoon, one after the other, which we go more into TSD rallying itself. We do know that about 80 to 90% of our competitors on the TSD rally are beginners, and we gear everything towards the beginners for all these. A couple of housekeeping things before. You all should have gotten a email from us, and you will get another one from us tomorrow. A reminder to go to Sign Up Genius and choose your starting time for the TSD rally. Uh, there's still a lot of spots to fill, so please try to do that in the next couple of days. Um, and reminders, if you have any changes you need to make to your rally registration, as far as classes, or if you're looking for a driver or a navigator, whatever you want to swap the people in the car from a driver to a navigator, just get a hold of us. You have our email address in several places, and they're always on the emails. And just reach out to us. We'll be glad to help you. Okay, so again, we're going to talk here about the competitor app and why we use it and what we do with it. And why did it not click? There we go. Um, the Richta Rally apps. A few years ago, right about the beginning of the pandemic, Rich Beretta came up with these apps to help rally masters put on rallies. One of the biggest parts of putting on rallies was getting checkpoint locations that were safe for cars to pull out into, safe for workers to be out at, because you always had workers at checkpoints. They would clock you in, they would give you a handout, be on your way. It was very labor intensive, and you could only have the amount of checkpoints you could have really depended on how many course workers you could have out there at the time. Most parade rallies only had 6, 7, 8 checkpoints for the whole rally, and we'd have to get crews of 8 people out to places that were 20, 30 miles away from the start, get them out there, get them set up, get timing equipment, all that, et cetera, et cetera. It was really quite a logistics feat to get these rallies together. Well, anyway, along comes Rich and he gets these apps together that are all based on GPS locations. Checkpoints are set up in this app on GPS locations. The app tracks where you are through your phone because your phone's tracking where you are. And when you cross these GPS locations along the rally route, it will automatically time you in to within, just milliseconds, and give you instant feedback on how you did on that leg of the rally. Um, and the app will send that information back to the rally masters. So we have live real-time timing at the same place at the same time. The other thing we had to do as rally masters before is you would have to keep these scorecards with you in the car, and we'd have the checkpoint people would either write down your in times or out times, or you would if it was do-it-yourself thing. We'd have to gather up all those cards at the end. If you're talking about 100 competitors, we'd have to sit there for hours and score all these cards. Well, now it's all done automatically. By the time you get back to the hotel after the rally, our scoring will be 99% done. Yours will be done unless you have some issue, but yours will be done. Um, After the rally, you'll be able to come back to hospitality at the Omni, and we will actually have 2 large screens up there in hospitality. One will be a map of the rally, um, an overview map that will show where all the checkpoints are and restarts, and will also show in live time where all the remaining contestants are on the route. We actually watch that during the rally, so we can watch if you venture off to Nowheresville. We can see you're off course. We can give you a call and say, hey, do you have a problem? Do you need to help? Things like that. The other screen we will have is scoring. It won't be live, but it'll be a 5 minute delay,
5 to 10.
5 to 10 minute
It
delay.
depends on how.
Yeah, because we have to import. We actually have it live, but we had to import it in a format that everybody can see it. And you can see each leg score for every contestant. Takes a couple minutes for us to do. It's really a great thing. So there's three apps that he puts together real quick. Um, One is Rally Master. Um, and that's for the Rally Master just to do set up all the checkpoints and restart timing locations. Like I said, it has a map that shows the checkpoint and restart locations and contestants' locations in real time. It's password protected. Competitors do not have access to this app and information. There's no reason for you to download it. It won't do you any good at all unless you are putting on a rally, maybe in your own region down the road. But for this event, you don't need it. There's the competitor app. We'll show you in a minute where you can access those, what they look like. This is for the contestants used during the rally. It shows restart, checkpoint control, arrival times, and your leg scores in real time, um, and total scores as you're going along the route. It also transmits that information for every car right to the Rally Master app, which is why we can do scoring in real time. There's also an app called Scoreboard, and this shows the scoring for the rally by car number, listed by car number or by score. That also has a map that shows the checkpoint and restart locations. Um, this app will be available. You can download the app. You won't have access to it until you get back to the Omni Hotel, because obviously we don't want you going into the map unless unless there's a way I can keep the map away, so I don't want you to see, where you're going or things like that. The Rally Master, we control the access to that app, but you will be able to see the scoreboard app afterwards and on your own phone, so you can take your score with you. Available for both Android and iOS devices that support GPS. You have to have GPS in your device, and you should have a cell signal, okay, on that device. If you have a tablet that doesn't have a cell signal, you can piggyback it to a device that does, and that will work also. Um,
If they lose signal, it will catch up.
yes, we'll do this. This is just a sample of the Rally Master app. It shows streets here. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are checkpoint locations. This is something that we set up in our neighborhood here. So this is what we are, the Rally Master will look at during the rally. Um, and if there were a bunch of cars there, they would be in blue, kind of like you can't see what I'm doing. Yeah. Um, and in real time, those little blue dots would be moving with the car number there, so we know where you are the whole time along the rally. It's pretty cool to watch. The apps are free to download. The way he makes his money is for the Rally Master app. We go in and ask him to make a event for us, and then he charges us per entry, per car that runs the rally. Um, very nominal fee, very inexpensive. It's based on your entry, the entry fee. He's got a formula how he charges, but it's very, very reasonable. It's a lot cheaper than trying to time wise and trying to get a whole bunch of people to go out there and run checkpoints. You can also run, uh, I said earlier, old parades used to have 6 or 8 checkpoints the most. Um, our parade in Palm Springs, I think we had 35 or 40 checkpoints. Mm-hmm. And last year we had probably about 35 checkpoints also. This year we're going to have fewer than that, but it's nice. We can put checkpoints wherever we want. Okay, so you can go to the Google Play Store or Apple App Store, look up Richta Rally, and you want to download Competitor or Scoreboard. You don't have to go do it tonight or anything. they won't do you any good because you don't have access to any of the events because they're all password protected. We'll have a I'll actually show you here. These are what the apps look like. iOS is this one on the left here, Competitor Rally Master Scoreboard. And on the right here is the Android version. Same thing, just a different colored background on them. These are just screenshots off of my phone and my tablet. Um, we will have both I'll go to this. This is the iOS version. When you get to Oklahoma City and after you go through registration or check-in on Sunday, we'll have instructions for you on how to set this up. This is just an overview of the same thing, but we'll have instructions. But here's how the process works. You will open up, this is the Rally Master app, but you will open up the competitor app and we'll have this same, it'll list all these events and you will find the Porsche Parade OKC 2025. We have Porsche Parade OKC practice. The practice rally will be open to you. It'll be something where you can download it, practice setting it up. We'll have actually a control or checkpoint, whatever you want to call it, in the hotel where you can walk to it and watch what it does when you get to that point. We also have about a 2, maybe 3 mile loop around what's called Scissortail Park, which is just outside the Omni, where you can drive it. And I think we have 4 or 5 checkpoints set up there so you can get an idea of how that app works. Um, this is still let me jump ahead one here. The Android version, it will look like this. Same thing. You'll have a list of rallies to choose from, and you pick the one you work on. How do I go back? Previous. I got it. Never mind. Sorry. I had my IT department back here. She's the technical one. I just muddle along here.
You have the great talking voice.
Yeah, okay. So here's how you sign up. I'll go fairly quick through this. Again, we're going to cover this in the Raleigh Schools at Parade, and we'll have more detailed instructions there. You'll open up the event. It'll be the Parade Practice Rally. It'll be the first one you do. You're going to enter the event password, which we will give you at check-in. And then the second, this is the iOS version, enter the event password, hit continue, you go to the next screen, you're going to enter your Richta Rally car start number, which you get from Sign Up Genius. You're going to enter a password. This will be your own password. So nobody else can accidentally go to, if you're car number 6, and you put in your password so nobody else can go in and sign up for car 6 and accidentally screw up your times or whatever.
Keep their password easy. So.
Yes, keep your password easy. Use your last name or something like that. We don't care what you use. Just make it simple, something you want to use. And remember what it is. That's another critical thing. So that's why you want to keep it simple. Again, for the Android version, same thing. You're going to enter the password that the Rally Master that we give you, the Rally Masters. You hit check password. It'll say okay. You go to the next screen. Again, you're going to hit your car number, type in your car number, and then type in your password, whatever you want to put in, and hit save. The apps, Android, iOS, work the same. It's just different look and feel about it, different terminology, how they operate. Once you do that, you're going to go to a screen on each one. iOS is on the left here, Android's on the right. You're going to enter your class that you're going to run the rally in, R1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the practice rally, it doesn't matter. We're not scoring it. It's just for fun. You're going to but rally morning, TSD rally morning, you're going to do the same. Make sure you enter your class, enter your email address. That's optional. We don't really use it for this because we have your email addresses in your parade registrations. Enter driver and navigator names. Please enter first and last names / and first and last names, driver, and then navigator. It makes it much easier when we're importing the data and doing scoring that we have the correct names and in the right order. that works better for us. Enter a cell phone number. This is something that will show up on our screen. If remember that map I showed you, and we see everybody running around the rally route. If you get off the rally route, we can actually click on that car number and get your phone number and call you. If we think something's running, you're off course, or we think you're having a problem. We have a problem if we don't see that your car is registering on the map. We can call and ask a problem. Maybe we can get the app rerunning for you, whatever it is. Just have a phone number there, preferably a phone number that's not running the app itself, so they don't interfere with each other. So on iOS, you just hit submit info, and Android, you hit add. You're going to go to a screen that says it's settings. I'm sorry, what you're going to see after you do that, you're going to see the main screen here. You're going to see a rally clock in the upper left corner. That is the official time we're going to run the rally on. You don't have to go, you don't need any separate timepieces or any other clocks. That on your app, which will be sitting in front of you all the time, has the actual rally time on it. Makes it really easy for you, so you don't have to worry about setting other clocks or anything like that. You also want to make sure your GPS accuracy is doing something. Usually the iOS versions are 4 to 2 meters. If you have a new iPhone, brand new iPhones, which I just got a 16 with the new GPS stuff in it, it actually got down to less than a meter of accuracy on it. My tablet usually runs about 2 meters, sometimes 1.5 meters, but you just want to make sure that's working. Inside, it's going to be much higher, of course. Outside, it'll vary depending on the terrain around you, but you do want to make sure it's reading something. So then you're going to go to settings on the iOS. You're going to hit the little 3 bars on the Android thing, and you're going to go to this is kind of the settings screen. There's a thing called sound check, which you want to test. You have a choice of every time you come to a timing point on the rally, it'll either ding, or you can have a voice. We suggest you have the voice there. The voice will say restart. It'll say early 3.2 seconds or whatever it'll read. You want to do the sound check because you want to be able to hear it. You want to make sure your ringer's on. You want to make sure your volume is up. You want to make sure your Bluetooth is off, because if your phone's connected to your Bluetooth on your car, it's going to try and make the sound through your car, which is not going to work well. So we tell you to turn your Bluetooth off during the rally. Once you've done your sound check, you hit back on iOS. You just hit the tap the screen on the Android version to make that little menu go away. And then you get to the screen. This is what you're going to see during the rally. This is what you're going to say, what you what you're going to look at. It's you're going to put it in your device holder. If you have a nice phone holder, just set it in that, or whatever. If you have something in windshield mount, put it in that. You don't have to touch this device the rest of the rally if you don't want to, and do not get obsessed by staring at this thing. It does nothing more than what you see right here. It clocks you in. The iOS device here, this is a rally I ran last weekend. It shows, okay, checkpoint number 1 was just an on-course. This was the start of the rally, basically. Actually, it was an on-course check control in the parking lot. Number 2 was the start of the rally. It was at 10:06:00. Number 3 was the time we went through the first time control. It said we were 10.8 seconds early. This one was done in seconds, like the parade rally, so it truncates it to 10 seconds. Then there was a restart. This just keeps track of all the timing points as you pass them in real time. It puts your time there, tells what type of what it was, and the difference, and then gives you your score over here, and it gives you a total score up here on the right as you're going. The Android version, it's going to look very much the same as the iOS version as far as how it works. Um, Make sure you put the device in a holder if you have it, or keep it somewhere. Try not to. We had somebody throw it in their glove box one day, decided that was a good place to put their phone. Well, guess what? It didn't really work very well. So you want to make sure, like any GPS device, it has a clear view of the sky, or, it doesn't have to be up in the window type of thing, but if you have a phone holder that's on the front of the dash, that's fine too. We'll give you reminders of all this. Make sure your Bluetooth is off, and also helps to turn off notifications on your phone. Um, so I was running a rally last Saturday. I forgot to turn my notifications off, and I was on a group chat where this group was comparing photos of one of their trips to South Africa. So I was so all rally long, well, until I finally got smart and shut it off, I was kept getting notifications on my phone, which of course blocks what the app is doing. But anyway, rookie mistake. We'll remind you of all that. Something other couple things to be aware of is on both types of devices, they have things called screen time. That's on the iOS, and on the Android, it's I'm not sure what it's exactly
I think it's
called.
a waste time.
Device time. Um, like if you have kids that have devices, you can set these things so they can't use them for more than an hour a day, and then they shut off. Just make sure you haven't accidentally set timers on your competitor app to where it says, you want to choose apps to allow at all times, or well, actually, competitor app. You want digital well-being. I'm sorry, that was it for the Android. Make sure the timers aren't set. So
How about that?
yeah, it happened to somebody at Palm Springs, we think. Just something, we'll remind you of all this. It's just something else to be aware of. Technology has its little glitches too. The other thing on rallies, for beginners, you're allowed to take time allowances for any reason. So if you get delayed by a train, if you get delayed by you will you will come across trains on the rally. Something happened, you need to pull over and talk for a couple minutes, you can do time allowances. So to do a time allowance, this is time that you allow beyond the regular time we allow you to traverse a distance. If that makes sense. We'll go over this in the rally schools in Oklahoma City. I'm just trying to touch on this briefly. You on both the apps above the scorer here, there's these TA plus and TA minus buttons. By hitting TA plus, it adds 15 seconds of time to your overall to your leg time. The second time you hit it, it adds another 15 seconds for 30 seconds total. Um, the third time you hit it, it adds 15 more seconds for 45 total. Then it jumps to it skips the top of the minute, because if you delay yourself 1 minute, in theory, somebody who is 1 minute behind you on the rally, because you go off at 1 minute intervals, would be right with you. So it kind of skips that. You can keep at it if you stop at a traffic light and you're stuck there for a minute. You just a minute and a half, let's say. You can just punch in this TA button till you get to 1 minute and 30 seconds of time allowance, and you're set. You're right back on time. Time allowances go back to zero at each leg at the end of each checkpoint, end of each leg at each checkpoint, and so you're right back on time. You don't have to worry about taking that time allowance out. Again, you can take time allowances for any reason up to, I think it's 18 minutes is the max you can do. Um, Again, we cover time allowances a lot more in the rally school at Parade. There's a time allowance TA minus feature. which is basically the opposite. You can't go below 0. So if you added in TA plus of 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you decide that's too much, and you can hit TA minus. It'll start backing out in reverse order what you put in there. Um, and again, you can't decide, oh, I am a minute early here. I'm going to put a time allowance of a minute in. You can't make yourself go faster. You can only add time to cover delays. Okay. Um, Restarts. In the route instructions, you will see where we restart sections of the rally. Usually at the start, at the end of the auto check, at the end of breaks, we'll restart you. So what you'll do is you'll pull up to a marker or a sign, whatever we have referenced in the route instructions, and we tell you this in the route instructions. You will look at the time of day on your app, the rally time, and you will leave that point either at the top of a minute or 30 seconds after the minute, before the minute, whatever you want to call it. And you will take off at that point. About a tenth of a mile later or sooner, the app will beep or tell you restart, and it will tell you the time that you chose. That it'll tell you that top of the minute or that 30 seconds that you left that point, 500 feet ago. And that's you're back on rally time at that point. Again, we'll cover that more, but that's what we mean by restarts. A couple of things just real quick about parade itself. And when you get to the start, remember you must have your name badges with you. Um, Both driver and navigator will have to check in. And real quick, the start is at Porsche, Oklahoma City, which is about 20 minutes from the Omni. Nice, easy drive up the freeway. The dealership has been so cooperative. They're looking forward to having us. They're gonna have coffee, donuts, pastries. There'll be a food truck there, which will be on your own if you want to buy something. They're gonna have their goodie store open inside the dealership. Um, uh, they've been really accommodating with us, and they're glad to have us. The gimmick rally, by the way, will be starting there also, and they're going to have the same stuff out for that. So we'll give you more instruction on that, but we'll encourage you to get to the dealership early and take care of their take take in some of their hospitality, their food, or buy some breakfast, so you don't have to worry about getting breakfast on the way out there. They also have they'll have clean restrooms there, and uh, things like that. Okay, we'll give you a card at parade check-in. It'll have your Richta car number on this, and you should bring that with you to the rally. It'll also have some other instructions, uh, pens, highlighter, clipboard. Make sure you've got a clipboard. That makes it a lot easier for the navigator to just write down things and hold the route instructions. By the time you get to parade, or at registration when you check in, we can help you with this. We'll make sure you have the competitor app downloaded on whatever device you are going to use um, at the rally. Do not have two devices running the competitor app with the same car number in your car. Just we'll remind you of that again later. You just need one device running the thing. We'll talk about backup devices in another time. Turn off your Bluetooth for the rally. Turn notifications off. Make sure you have a charger. Make sure your phone's fully charged, or your tablet. And if you can, and make sure you have a charging cable. We had somebody in Palm Springs. They ran out of juice on their phone before they got to the end of the rally, and we weren't able to score them on the last couple legs. The device is power hungry. It's like any GPS. If you're running navigation on your devices, it chews up power. This does the same thing. fully charged phone should work fine. The rally is between 3.5 and 4.5 hours. That includes we have 3 breaks written into the rally. Um, but please make sure you have the ability to charge your phone along the route. Get a device holder if you don't already have one. We might have a couple for sale at registration check-in. They're just simple suction cup devices to hold it to the windshield. A reminder, if you're going convertibles, have hats on. The weather, I've already looked at it. It's going to be in the high 90s, humid. Of course, most of you will be done before noon or a little afternoon. It probably won't be the hottest time of the day out there. Also, there'll be plenty of water available at the start too. And again, there's 3 breaks during the rally, and the breaks are unlimited on time. Doesn't mean stop and sit down and have lunch for an hour. But if you want to take 5 minutes at a break, if you want to take 20 minutes at a break, you know, that's great. Um, Real quick, again on the app,
Let's hang on a second. Let's back up a second. Go to the previous slide.
previous.
No,
This,
this is okay right here for right now. I got another question also from an entrant. When we talk about the password for the competitor app, it says available at rally check-in. That's talking about on Tuesday morning, correct?
yes,
That'll be on the route instructions per se, and it'll have the password. When we talk about the practice rally, when you get those instructions on Sunday at the parade check-in, we will also have a password for that as well.
yep, they are different passwords.
They are different. So the question I had from Dustin, he wanted us to go back to the TA minus screen. Evidently, he's taken screenshots of all this.
There we go.
There you go. There's the TA minus. Is that what you want, Dustin?
Yes, that's perfect. Thank you very much.
You got everything since then?
Yep, I got it all.
Perfect.
Oh, by the way, we are recording this and we'll send out a link to this tomorrow with a reminder for everybody to um, do Sign Up Genius and some other information that we might want you to have. Okay. Bring a charger with you or use the time delays to keep your driving speed safe. If you feel you're behind, don't speed to catch up. Use time delays instead. Um, there, you just don't want to speed. There's no reason to be out there speeding along the roads and drawing attention to you or the rally itself. Uh, okay. While you're running the rally, and this is more just in general, don't try to make the rally more complicated than it is. It's not a tricky rally. Again, we realize 90% of the people are beginner rallies, or it's half of you will be on your first rally. You'll see this at the rally school in person. And 90% of people only run one rally a year, um, parade rally. So we gear the rally, the event towards that. When you're driving, stay to your own instructions. Don't follow another Porsche. It's just not a good idea. Just run your own event. Don't ever give up. I've seen people that just get totally, I don't want to say totally lost, but it's not a hard rally. Don't give up. Um, Manage your expectations, I guess it is.
And your phone numbers.
And we'll have our phone number available in the app. I forgot, there's a button actually you can press on the app, the competitor app, that it's going to have my phone number, so you can call and chew me out anytime during the rally that you want. Okay. And believe me, my phone will be busy that day, but that's fine. That's what we're here for. Manage your expectations. If this is your first rally, or even if you run a couple parade rallies, but you only run one rally a year, you'll be surprised. Probably some of you will be very surprised at how well you do. Um, the classes are large for R3 and R4, so there'll be more trophies than you would expect. But again, the people that usually do well in the parade rally are the experienced rallyists. That's no different than Concord, no different than autocross. People that do these events a lot of times will do better than people that don't. But come out and just have fun, enjoy it. Um, I've been rallying for over 50 years. Rick's been rallying for about the same amount of time. Bev's been rallying for 40 years. We love it. We enjoy it. And we want you to come to the end of the rally and said, hey, we had a great time. So that's the first sign you'll see. Uh, Anyway, no, that's it. I wanted to keep this short. This was just a general overview of the Richta app, how it works and what to expect. Again, please attend the two rally schools or one of the two rally schools on Monday afternoon after you've gone and visited the Concours. It'll be at the Omni Hotel. Everything's at the Omni except, all the seminars and things like that there. Again, use Sign Up Genius. If you haven't, if you want to make any changes, get a hold of us.
See if Rick has any.
Rick, do you have any more comments, questions, chats?
We got a question about a person who's got a Taycan. Want to know if there's any issues with that. And I said, shouldn't be a problem. I told him it's approximately 120 miles. But then I also gave him the caveat, excuse me, that any off-course excursions are their own responsibility.
Yes.
Shouldn't have a problem with any of the EV vehicles as long as they're fully charged.
Yes. From the Omni to Porsche, Oklahoma City, doing the rally and getting back to the Omni is probably 130 miles. The dealership has a charging station there, so you can always top off before you leave. Um, I don't recall one of our two of our breaks are at the same place. They say they have charging stations, but when we were there, they didn't. But just charge up at the hotel, top off at the dealership if you want. I'm sure they'll be very glad to help you out on that. Um, you'll be fine. If you'll be fine. Anything else?
Um,
A lot of chats
Hang
here.
on, I got a question here. It says we will be at a convention tomorrow PM. So approximately how long should we expect the Thursday PM safety meeting to last? I have no idea what they're talking about.
So that's the safety meeting for the gimmick rally.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That'll be Ellen, and my guess is a half hour to an hour. She will probably record it also. I
Yeah,
shouldn't
she
talk for her.
yeah, she had one last night, and when I talked to her about an hour ago, I forgot to ask her how long it lasted. But I assume that's what you're asking about when you say safety meeting. That's for the gimmick rally.
Right.
So
Yes.
I would allocate an hour. This one, I would say we started at like 6:02 or 6:03, so we've run just under 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And like Tom says, we've recorded it and we'll make the recording available. That link, we'll put it in an email to you, so you should have it tomorrow sometime.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thank
you
you.
can share it with anybody else. That's fine.
Hey, Tom.
Hopefully
Hey,
that's
Rick. Alan Sergi with a question.
Alan,
Uh,
how are you?
Good to see you. Thanks for doing all your hard work. Uh, if I'm driving a friend's car, for instance, Paul's 911, it, I think I read somewhere it wants my car number from my 356 on his driver's side window. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That is correct, just for the rally.
So it's just for the rally because what we're doing different this year, I'm not sure if you can hear me. This is Bev.
Yep.
We're using the entrance parade number for all of the photos. And instead of that card number that we used to give you, which was the Richta card number, that's just for the Richta app. So we made an agreement that we're using the entrance number, but if you're borrowing a car, please put the driver's entrant number in the upper driver's side windshield.
We'll give you instructions for that at
Yeah.
registration check-in. Again, it's so the photographer,
Photography.
it's so the people that do the presentation on Wednesday night at the rally banquet. They have to sort through all of the photos and
Yeah,
match up
no, that's
card.
no easy feat. Sure. Good idea.
Hmm?
Good idea.
Yeah. And they've had problems in the past before where they they take a car number off a photo and it's not the people that are in the car for the rally because they borrowed a car. So we're trying to make it easy for them.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Good to see you. Good to see
It
everybody. We're
it'll
looking
be fun.
at a week and a half. Yeah. Any other comments, questions? Rick, there's a bunch of chats in here.
They're all taken care of from all I can see.
Okay, then I won't worry about them. Again, any questions? If anybody wants to stay on for a couple minutes, I'm officially ending this call right now. This meeting, if you want to stay on for a minute and talk, I'll be here. Otherwise, you'll get the recording link. You'll get an email from us tomorrow to summarize more TSD stuff. So thank you for attending. Looking forward to seeing you all in Oklahoma City.